Hi, this is Hollywood Hernandez for Eargasm Radio. Our weekly movie review this week is Superfly, and a little bonus for you, we also have some conversation with the director and a couple of actors in the movie. Now, this version of Superfly, unlike the other version that was set in Harlem, is set in Atlanta. So we asked all three members, why Atlanta?
In 1971, Harlem was the epicenter of black culture. It was what the whole world heard and thought of. The clubs in Harlem were famous worldwide. The drug dealers in Harlem were famous worldwide. It was really what Atlanta is today. If you're an artist in Atlanta and you got a hit record, you got a hit record around the world. You know what I mean? So when we're telling this story for today and we're placing it in the epicenter of black culture, there is no question that it has to be Atlanta.
I feel Atlanta eventually will become the new New York City. It's the new poppin' scene. It has a thriving music industry, even a thriving film industry. We're here today, you know. It's definitely it's the city next on the list after New York, LA. You know, Atlanta's definitely big and booming right now. Everybody wants to be here.
I feel like 70s New York was the poppin' spot at that time, but like now everyone's in Atlanta, everything is shooting in Atlanta, body has a home in Atlanta. Yeah, it's the mecca for music, it's the mecca for acting, it's the mecca for a lot of things, so I think it's the best place to do it.
The director of the movie, who just calls himself X, is the disciple of Hype Williams. He's directed music videos for people like Rihanna and Drake and Wiz Khalifa. And so the movie has a real style to it. Here he talks a little bit about his style of directing Superfly.
My philosophy for the entire film is Superfly. Everything is Superfly. The lighting, the camera, the clothing, the sets, the cars, the guns, the actors. Everything you see is a little flyer than normal. I want people to be in the movie asking, where'd they get that? That's so cool. Look at that thing. It's a wave of cool shit flying at you constantly.
Now, Trevor Jackson plays the new version of Priest, and here he talks about his character in the movie.
He's he's young, he's smooth, he's cool. It's a different kind of Fly, for sure, I never want to ever try and, do what the original was, but I definitely want to try and find my own voice, do my own version of it, but he's hungry. I feel like that's like the main word, is he's starving for success, starving for, to be respected.
Lex Scott Davis plays Georgia, who is one of Priest's two girlfriends. And when I say two girlfriends, I mean at the same time. She talks about her character in the movie.
My character is dominant, feminine, and a hustler. A legal hustler.
As far as the movie goes, it almost looks like a long-form rap video. It's a very realistic setting in Atlanta with the rap scene. So most of it is shot in topless bars, and they're popping bottles and making it rain, so it has somewhat of a misogynistic feel to it. But what I liked about the movie is Trevor Jackson, the new Priest, does a real good job of using his wits when he goes to battle against a rival gang, some Atlanta police who are a little bit corrupt, and even a Mexican drug lord played by Issei Morales. One thing for sure, this movie is rated R, so don't bring the small kids unless you want to explain to them on the way home exactly what a threesome is. On my Hollywood popcorn scale, I rate Superfly a large. Once again, I can't stress enough, this movie earns its R rating, so please leave the kids at home. Until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Look for me around the concession stand. Hollywood Hernandez for Eargasm Radio.